Thank you for coming on back. It's the JP Lopez Show. I recently reconnected with an old buddy of mine, and this guy reminds me so much of myself. So full of life, so full of joy. I was very lucky and fortunate to have him on. Very happy that you guys get to hear his story. He doesn't go by anything. His name is Christian Leiva. This guy's awesome, man. I'm very fortunate to have him on the show. Love that guy. Sorry if you're watching the YouTube. We kind of ran out of video. We went super long, and you're going to probably miss the last 3 or 4 minutes of the show. You don't miss much, but my apologies if you're watching it on YouTube. Once again, it's only like 4 or 5 minutes. I want to say thank you to everyone that's reached out to me and told me all the good things that I wanted to hear about this show. You guys don't know what that means to me, man. It really and truly means everything. And I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sharing the show. If I could ask y'all to please continue to share the show and help my reach expand, I would really, really appreciate it. Guys, get strapped in because this one's a good one. I know I always say that. It really is, though. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's the JP Lopez Show.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
It's the JP Lopez Show.
This episode is brought to you by Edgar's All Industrial Services. Are you looking for flooring and tile, cabinet and countertops, maybe some concrete and framing, or electrical and insulation? Hit up my boy Edgar at Edgar's All Industrial Services. He's on Facebook. And also hit him up at 806-544-0371. Let him know it's the JP Lopez Show sent you. Once again, on Facebook at Edgar's All Industrial Services, 806-544-0371. His promise is simple. You dream it, he builds it. Hit him up, show him some love.
Hello, this Wolfman Jack coming over here in Lubbock, Texas. See what's going on with JP Lopez.
Oh, shit, that's good.
Welcome back to the JP Lopez Show. So it's customary, bro, for first-time guests to lick my nipple on camera.
I'd rather do that than try to touch my toes. We're both fucked on that shit.
He's like, whip it out.
Hey, I drank like 3 Gatorades a day, so I can get about halfway down before pinche calambre starts hitting, you know what I mean? No lie, man. Chingao. As you know how it is, you're getting older, man. Just like, man, I'm telling you, man. Some days you wake up, you're the bug. Some days you're the windshield, bro. Fucking life comes at you and hits you hard.
Ain't that the truth?
It hits you harder than hell, man.
So is it Christian or Christian?
El Guapo, probably, from primero? No, it's my name is Christian Humberto Leiva.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. My name is...
Was it Christian when you were in trouble, or was always Christian when you were little?
No, it's the cabron, that's what it was. But, no, man, the worst part is the name is cool. It means Christ-like. That's what the name of poor mom and dad. Pobrecitos, man. God rest your souls. I guess they're wishing for me to be something, like, really up there, go up there good. But, no,
tried.
man, the hardest part was that, man, you know, it's you spell like a Christian church. And, man, it never fucking failed, man. Every year at school, when I started paying attention, like in the 2nd, 3rd grade, you know, they call your name out to see the student. They'd be like, Christina Leiva?
Oh, shit.
Christina Leiva. And I was like, man, I don't think mom dressed me in a dress that fucking day that she has, you know? Some huaraches or whatever. But I was like, no, it's Christian. Every class, 4 or 5 classrooms for the first week. Pinche maestras. Christina? I was like, man, ain't y'all the teachers, man? What the fucking teachers shit's all wrong for? I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying. I don't lie no more, bro.
I don't lie no more.
I'm not married, bro, so I don't lie no more.
Hey, that's right. That's right.
You're not married, you don't gotta lie.
I came up with some good ones, brother. I should have been dead 3 or 4 times on some of those lies, bro.
Oh, shit.
For some reason, I bounced back.
You went to go pray for the strippers because they didn't have no clothes?
Well, man, I just wanted to, pitch in on their college fund and my college fund. They're having a college fund. I was having college fun.
Babe, I had to lay my hands on them. I was praying for them.
O puro sana, colita rana, güey. Uy, los huevitos. You know, you already know how they are. Start dancing.
You
shit
went to
and-
the mail review night.
Yeah, but my review was anonymous. It was anonymous. I was like, shit, I'm gonna review myself first, and after I stop puking for about 30 minutes, I'll review them.
4 stars.
How are you, brother?
Brother, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. If I had a tail, it'd be wagging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swatting the flies and the shit. No, it's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
good, brother. I can't ask for more, man. I've always been I've always been carefree, man. I never let things stress me out.
Amen to that.
As time has gone on, as I'm getting older, there has been stress and anxiety and shit like that, man. And
Isn't that a bitch?
well, not really, man. Just wishing they made drugs that that you could pass drug tests with easily.
Oh,
It'd be fucking
okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
No, I try to be high on life, but that shit don't work. I can't seem to get about an inch off the ground. That's me laying on top of the ground, pitching out. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry, Joe. I'm kind of rude, but no. And the whole aging thing, man. Your parents telling you what to expect in life as you get older, man. Like I was telling you earlier, a few minutes earlier. You sit there and you think you're Superman.
Oh yeah.
And man, it just takes one thing. I mean, not even it could be a fall or whatever. But the slightest little infection, man, and it'll turn your whole life around.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was humbled by it. I survived through the grace of God. I've always believed in God, been raised with God in my life, and questioned Him like many other people
Yeah.
have.
Amen. Come on.
Especially during, when you have a lot of trials and tribulations. It seems like it's more tribulations or an apocalypse than anything else. But, you go through that kind of stuff and you just realize, man, over time, when something hits you like that, man, where you can't handle it, you can't do it yourself, like you get better, He's all you have to rely on.
Yeah.
And no matter how you felt in the past or whatever and how you've lived or whatever, man, God never shut that ear, bro.
Amen.
Did you grow up Cristiano?
Yes, sir, I did. I grew up in a Roman Catholic, in the Catholic community, man. There in Slayton.
Okay.
I've been to many different churches, religions, and like I said, I've been raised Catholic, and I know it causes stir some things up sometimes, But
Can you recall a time in your life, your young life, when you were young, that you felt distant from God?
honestly, my whole childhood.
Really?
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
maybe the
because
whole childhood.
I'm talking for myself. Maybe y'all can agree or whatever,
Yeah.
but you have God in your back pocket, and you're a young kid. You do the sign of the cross. They will lie, and you get the hell out. Like, man, game football's fixing to start in about 20 minutes. I gotta get out of here.
Right.
And and it's you believe in it, and you always know you have the recitos of your mom or your dad or your grandparents always blessing you before you go out of town or you go out or whatever you do. Go to work or whatever, and you always have that in your back pocket. But whenever people have left Earth or even if they're there and you're in the hospital and you're in a fucking shithole,
Yeah.
you don't realize how much you needed God, and he hears you, man. And I just wish, man. There's a lot of things I don't wish I'd take back. I don't live with regrets. But this I guess a contradiction, chinga. But I live with that regret. I wish I would have seeked them. And I tell all the kids now, my nieces and nephews and friends of the community and stuff. I tell them, man, I know that you don't think it's cool to love God and for people to see you. I said, but He's all you got.
Really?
And I go, man, if you can live your life living God's word and being the best that you can and trying to just follow the right path, you're going to get in some shit.
Yeah.
And, like I told you about, I'm the cussing Catholic, man. I never stop. Everywhere. Unfortunately, in Mass. I do everywhere. That's another story. Anyway, you're the bigger man because you know Him. You can always rely on Him. And you don't have to wait till devastation comes in your life
Yeah.
to try to seek Him when you could have had somewhat of an understanding throughout it.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I tell everybody, man, that's one thing you learn with time is wisdom. You can't buy it. It's the shit that people have gone through that you go through that gives you the wisdom for the next lesson. And I tell a lot of people, like, man, you need to just try to do this, try to do that. Just follow this path. And they're doing the same stuff I was doing, they would try to tell me like, whatever, you don't know nothing. And I can tell them, man, I say, man, I don't want you to live and learn like I did.
Experience is the best teacher, right? You had to go through it to be able to teach other. And the cool thing, it's up to us that we have that responsibility to teach the younger generation.
And you're right. You're right. And being a parent, unfortunately, I don't have any kids, and like you're talking about your grandpa and stuff like that. Y'all have kids and stuff, and it's a wonderful thing, especially around you tax time.
Amen to that.
Shit, I mean, hell, I know. Back in the day, I used to go file my taxes. They'd be like, hey, y'all need to get some kids. I said, shit, all my friends are claiming they're 5 or 6 kids.
Just break me off with one of them.
Shit, I'm telling you, I thought about going to Thailand real quick, come back with like 7 of them.
I fucked the wrong one.
Hey,
the lady boy.
A lady boy. Hey, just make sure they don't have the aguacate hanging when they're walking around, bro. You're doing good. But no.
I want to ask something, though.
Ask me anything, brother.
Lady boys, they still have their picker?
Oh, yeah.
Or they don't? They do?
Mm-hmm.
I've never asked them.
I've always wondered, because, they sit on social media. They're everywhere. You see on social media, like, lady boy. And I always wondered, did they cut it off, or they still have it?
Well, the thing is, they always said chinos. That's the only thing that's not hung other than their last name, That's all you get is a Chang Hung or whatever. That's about it. About as far as the hanging's going to be on it.
It's a small tuck.
It's a small tuck. I mean, it just takes maybe one drop of glue.
With somebody's luck, though, they get the lady boy that's hung. You're like, God dang.
I wouldn't be saying shit. I wouldn't be saying nothing. Did you have a great time? I was over there with the Empress, so I would have lied like a motherfucker.
Was it like the old Beavis and Butthead? Is like, just close your eyes and pretend it's a chick.
Yeah, till shit starts smelling like different, like the first part of it. You know what I mean?
This don't smell familiar.
Just make sure you're not the one bending over to touch your toes, man.
This is a new scent.
I'm staying away from Thailand.
I don't want none of that chocolate starfish, bro.
What's up, Thomas? How are you, brother?
Man, I'm blessed to be here, brother. It's been good. It's been real good work and just taking care of it and resting. I'm resting more than I used to.
Hell yeah.
Which I need. My old ass is getting up there. So.
Oh, really? He's telling me his age over here. I wish I was that young.
Yeah. Man, all bullshit aside, I know people, his viewers, he has some loyal. They're going to look at you, and they're not going to expect you to say, if you tell them your age, they're going to say, nah, not at all. You look young. I had somebody tell me I looked 30 today, or yesterday at Burger King, but it was a gay guy, so I don't know if it was a compliment or if he was hollering at me.
What he's talking about, say, hey, man, my eyes are up here. My eyes are up here. No lady boy here, ka-ching house.
Hey, I got a free Whopper out of it. Not really.
Which kind of Whopper?
Well, hey. Allegedly.
As long as it ain't a junior Whopper, we don't have a problem.
Well, the reason why I asked about your young life being distant from God is, looking back on my life, bro, I grew up in the church. Grandpa deacon, my grandma taught Sunday school. Yeah. Looking back, probably in my late teens, early 20s, I think to myself, how the fuck was I so distant from God when I grew up in the church?
It's because you're growing up, brother.
No.
You were young. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of your situation or people growing up, but the world was different than what it is now. Yeah. We didn't have all this stuff. I remember the old Nintendo, the original, came out. We didn't get that motherfucker till 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah.
From Pizza Walmart. I mean, if Kmart was on layaway for like 2 fucking years.
Right.
But the struggle was real back then, man. You know, you didn't want frijoles and rice and Jesus Christ. You just wanted Jesus Christ. You're tired of frijoles and all that shit. But as you get older, that's the humble food that you want. You miss the beans. And like you said, JP, it's because we're too busy trying to live, man. And I was going to say that today because, anyway, excuse my language. You live like that, man. How can I say it?
Well, we don't censor shit, so.
Oh no, I'm trying to give the worst words.
Well, I love how you said you kept him in your back pocket. I think that hit because it's almost like he was a genie to us as a kid. Like when I need him, or I'll see him, I'll pray to him at a funeral, knowing that he was always there. But when we're young, when we find that distance from it, it's almost because we're like when you said in the pocket, that I had never really thought of it that way, and I think we almost had God in our back pocket, like. When I need him, I'll call him.
He was the ace in the hole, and you know, as you go through life, you feel you know, like I said, you know that he's there. Yeah. But one thing that I tell a lot of people, man, I'm sure they're tired of listening to me all the damn time, but I told them the day you start becoming as adult is the day you start getting old. Yeah. There's always going to be bills. There's always going to be problems. Yeah. Man, how many times do you see kids every now and then playing, and you're like, man, I wish I would have done that more instead of being in such a damn hurry to grow up.
Oh, I know.
I was so
I wanted
close.
to be an adult
yeah,
so
dude,
fast.
I wanted to be an adult so fast, and then chinga, after I found out real quick how it was there, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to go up to the womb room, bro. You know what I mean? Trying to dig my way up in that shit. I tell people all the time, if my parents were still alive, I'd be living over there.
Yeah.
No chinga, no lie, but you know, it's like you said, brother. It's not the distance. It's just we're too much. On man, it's the machismo. You're ready to get up and hang out with your friends, go play ball, go do this, go do that.
Right.
You know, you got church on Sunday or on a Saturday. If you go Saturday, you don't have to go Sunday.
You don't got Sunday.
You know, it's over for the summer. Well, there's vacations, Bible school. FBS, that's a gang. That ain't no damn. That's a gang spraying on the side of the wall. That ain't no vacation Bible school. And that's you didn't want to do that because you already did your old 3-9. You didn't want to go through that shit again.
Right.
And you know, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not degrading our religions or anything like that. But if you never thought like that, you're lying to yourself, man.
Come on.
Because it all comes in different stages in life, man. I mean, that's one thing that don't stop throwing punches is life, man. It comes at you hard. I see a lot of, I know you're a sports fanatic. I'm sure you are.
Yes, sir.
Watch a lot of Rocky, all the old stuff that he talks about, life kicks you down, man. And like we were talking about topics, texting, I know that they're doing a lot of things for women, but, men, there's not a lot of stuff for us.
Come on, bro.
And it's sad that, a guy don't start talking till he's with his camaradas and he's 18 beers in and he's got one more beer left and he's out. You got to take him home because he's too fucked up. And
the deepness came late in the evening.
Yeah.
And it's true. And you feel like you're gullible. How many times have your friends said, man, if I was talking to you weird yesterday, man, I'm sorry. And, a man will always tell you that things are fine. Most of the time he's lying.
Bro, amen to that.
Well, that too, but we all have problems, and I don't want to put my problems on your problems, and
Well,
but it makes
I'm
sense.
sure with mine.
It makes sense to talk about them and to process them. I guess.
And that's what this show does for me. 4 years ago now, he invited me on, and I was
barely got invited. Yeah, that's fucked up like clown pants.
Yo, really? I mean, my bad. It was 3 months ago. No, but I was going.
Like I said, I was still barely invited.
But I was in some turmoil and getting to just reconnect with my buddy, and then seeing other people. It was a chance for me to talk to him about it, even off camera. And I realized I can't go through this alone. Sometimes a brother, and then fast forward to a few months later, one of the buddies from the show texts me, and he's going through some stuff. Okay. Well, what I was going through, that little bit of experience I had, was able to just give him some advice, and it blossomed into a brothership. You know what I mean? And so, being able to express yourself without feeling the shame of like, dude, I'm a dude, I can't talk about this.
Yeah, no shit.
But when we're young,
and you need to let your friend know, and all men or women, I guess we're all created equal or whatever. Anyway,
Right.
no, I'm not going into that whole shit, but we're all gullible. And like I said, God's in our back pocket, but he was always leading the way. Yeah. We just never saw it. Yeah. It's never too late to call him. It's never too much. And people say, oh, well, I sinned today and I'll be better tomorrow. Yeah. God knows who you are. He created you. But, the way I've always seen it, the Father's not going to answer for me when I meet God. My parents are. My damn dog's not. Yeah. My brothers, nobody is. When it comes to my time to be questioned and judged, it's going to be God and myself.
Yeah. Come on.
And there's no preacher or no money or there's nothing that will ever change that. So what the creed that I live by, I try to give the best first impression. It's not me. It's humble. Humble. The word humble is in my middle name, Humberto. And I barely figured that out about a year ago when I had nothing to fucking do, and I was looking at my middle name, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I wasn't even drinking or nothing. It was sober as shit. But I was like, "Man,
well, that's your problem."
I was like, "I know." They expect me to work at Chingas, and I'm like, I'm with my parents, man. They set the standard for us, man. And as a kid, you don't realize that until they're both gone, man. When mom left, it was super hard. Hardest time of my life. But when dad died, man, I realized right there, man, that I gotta man the fuck up. I gotta grow up. I'm not the son anymore. Yeah. Because dad's no longer here. And my brothers stepped up to the plate. My brothers have always been phenomenal. My sister's phenomenal. But my brothers have always been phenomenal, man. And we've, like you say, you can't talk to anybody. We always ask, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. You all right? Well, I'm just kind of going through some shit. Well, then we're like, well, talk to me or just man the fuck up. You'll be fine. That's how it was.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, that's how life was. It's not. That's just the way we were raised. If you go down to my grandpa, which is my dad's dad, You know, his parents died when he was a young little boy, and he was raised by my tío and tía down there in Mexico. And they're already older people. They're already in their 60s and stuff, so they didn't teach him nothing. So my grandpa didn't know how to love, and my dad, you know, like I said, he loved the grandkids. And he loved us. He showed us by making us work harder or doing things for us or whatever.
But you don't learn that until you're older.
But
what Dad was really doing.
And the hard part is, bro, I know it's an excuse, but the chain stops there. It's up to you to break them ties. There's a lot of things that I'm sure maybe those parents didn't do that you're doing now with your kids and your grandkids. But then también technology, social media, all this stuff was not around. I mean, bro, I remember back then only going to Pizza Hut to eat for a birthday, you know.
You're right.
Me and my little brother we shared the same birthday, you know, and people were like, man, it must be badass to have the same birthday. And I was like, man, not really, because Mom only buys 1 3-pack of chonies, 1 package of socks. We got to share the cake and the toys.
Yeah.
Like, hey, brother, take off the glasses shoes. I got to wear them tomorrow. So, you know, you ain't wearing the holy rollers, you know. So, no, but, you know, it's hard, man. I live my life. We all work hard all the time. I mean, Mita, you worked all day. I mean, look what you're doing. You're doing what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Your wife's here with you.
Yeah.
Thank God she's here with you. She's behind you on it and in front of you with it. And you got that to go forward with, and that's incredible. But I know you do this for fun, but this is still stress because you want to make sure everything's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Going good. You want to make sure people listen and feel, you want them to feel good.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that I've seen a few of these, and you want people to be themselves, man. Like I said, when you see me here, or you see me in the street or at the wherever, church, 7 days a week, you know, church. Yeah, I take 2 OCS per day. No, but anyway, you know, you sit there and when they remember you and they like you and they like to talk to you and they like your company, it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen them in years.
Yeah.
And I saw them in New Mexico a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I recognized them. And he didn't recognize me. Of course, I've lost a lot of weight. I lost like 1 pound, but you know, I lost here on this day. I clicked it earlier, but no, I told him, I was like, man, JP. And I said, I'm Xavier's brother. He's like,
It's because you had a backpack, bro.
oh, really? Not with math.
bullshitting now.
It was probably with Krispy Kreme. Get you down. God damn, man. They
I didn't know you as a studier.
They had this, that's my aura, bro. When you walk in Krispy Kreme, all that white frosting that's flying around, that's my aura, bro. No lie. But on ice day, I don't even eat that shit. But seeing that and remembering it, I mean, like we talked, we hung out a few times, and for you to remember that I was that cool, you know, that you enjoyed my company, speaks volumes. And I enjoyed yours too. And I told Xavier, and I said, man, JP, he's like, dude, that's one cool ass dude. He's like a brother. He's like, man, he's legit, man. And I was like, yeah, and that's why I better buy him a new car and new Jabot jeans and Louis Vuitton cologne and you know all that other stuff. You know, love him forever and ever.
Yeah, man. So getting like reunited with you instantly just brought back all the feel good
Dude, I loved it.
feelings
It was
and
like
the
that.
memories that you know we would share. And dude, I had to have you on,
Yes.
and
We-
I'm glad we worked today out, bro. For real.
We were laughing, man. We were laughing over there and talking and all that stuff. And you know, a lot of the stuff, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I go outside of I don't follow the line. There's just a straw behind it, but a sonic straw, but no. Yeah, you delete that. Where's the 808 kick drum real quick? We're gonna change the words, the voices. No, but it's inspiring, man, for you to think that of me and want to have me on here. Whether it's just y'all three listening and the dogs, or
Right.
one person or something, man, it means a lot. You know, I get that all the time. People are like, man, you know, man, I like hanging out, man. You're super cool. I never meet a stranger. You only got one time to make a good first impression. And apparently, all the times that we did hang out, it was a very good time.
Yeah, man.
But the thing is with you and your personality is so much like mine, man. And
It
what
is.
I mean by that is always full of life. And it's like you said, we going through some shit, but you don't know it. You're like, hey, how's it going? Hey, it's going good, brother. How you doing? And it's full of life. And that's one thing that really just I will always and never forget about you is man, you would never know. You never knew you had a shit day.
Brother, we all carry our own cross, bro.
Yeah.
It's, you don't understand, man. When I hadn't seen you in years, bro, and I saw you, man, it just lit me up. And then I saw you bend over to pick up your cameras. I was like, oh my Lord.
It must have been love.
But it's my favorites. But no, to see all that.
I ain't got no ass.
It was kind of, man, my eyes twitching. It ain't a stroke either. But, you know, it felt good seeing y'all. And I felt, man, it just felt like that movie Click where you rewind and go back. That's what it felt like. I just rewinded back to like, it was yesterday that I'd seen y'all.
Yeah.
And it was great that so much time because I thought about you in the day and night. No. You know, thought about how you I want to shoot, babe. But anyway, I've always thought about that. I was like, man, what I always doing, man. And I see this, and I was wondering who the JP. I was like, sounds fucking familiar, but I'm not gonna be a stalker. I'm like, hey, man, who the hell is this motherfucker stalking over here?
Google search.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about a podcast. Shit, 2 weeks ago, I learned how to use the iPod. That was 2003. And then a couple days ago, I learned how to use the Tide Pods. So now I can fucking wash clothes, kitchen out. So many pods I know, bro.
You're moving on up, bro.
And weed pods. I mean,
Me too.
green bean pods. So, but no, it changed. It was wonderful, man. I've been looking forward to this. I have been.
Thank you, bro.
Badass,
Thank you
man.
for coming, man.
Because
Thomas, I'm gonna ask you, man.
Yeah.
What's been weighing on your mind lately, bro?
me.
Yeah. I was waiting to meet him, and God answered my prayers. Nah,
Just that you in flatline.
right. Yeah.
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah, that really just the same stuff, you know. Like I got to take care of business. You got to work. You got to make sure my girls are good and grandbaby. You know, from a distance, even I don't get to see them as much, but just taking care of business. You know, but I also have to be aware that I'm not as young as I once was. You know, working in the heat, there's some things that I have to make adjustments to and shit like that. So try not to stress as much as I once did. You know what I mean? And you know, I jokingly say I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. So I'm also just wanting to live, man. Just, you know, not making excuses, making time to do things like this. And
Well, that makes me feel good, bro. Because honestly, I can't tell you how many times you said that, and it just drives me nuts. Because, like, bro, you deserve to be here for a long time.
yeah,
Like,
and you know,
are
yeah,
great
yeah.
people to be.
And
here
I
for
want
a
to be
long
here.
time.
I want to be that generational curse where I'm past my 60s and 70s, but I also want to live in the moment too. Because for my 20, you know, when we lost touch, I was married, but I don't remember much from my 20s to the 35. Right? Boo! She's for the streets. No, I'm better now, bro.
Just not 9th Street. We're hunting from. The other ones.
But it took me a little bit to get where I'm at, but I want to live in the moment because I did for a good 15 years, man. I was I isolated just from life, man. Didn't even do the simplest things. So what changed for me, not that people are asking, but seeing like you and your Facebook page, and not even, it wasn't in a bitter or jealous way, but seeing you and your family started and how y'all would go do things. And
it was fantastic because I seen it too after I became your friend a couple weeks ago. I saw it. I was like, man, I'm gonna send some adoption papers over here underneath the damn door.
y'all went back to 15 years.
But you're right, brother.
Yeah.
It was nice to see that.
Yeah,
It was nice to see that.
And it's good to see everybody. You know, when you see, like, I don't want to get too far off topic. You said you don't have kids, but you mentioned your, I think, niece or nephew.
Shitload of them.
Are you the not the co-uncle, but are you?
I am.
Exactly. And so, like I said, not to get too far off topic, but you may not be a parent at this moment, but you are. Like, I have a sister who has no kids, but she is like a mother figure to all her nieces and nephews, and that's a blessing. Because before I was a decent dad, I was a great uncle. That's what I was told. So remember that.
That's fantastic, and that's another thing. I don't lie to them.
Yeah.
I don't tell them the world's unicorn and rainbows because it's fucking.
Yeah.
Maybe in a box of cereals, a special deluxe Twix. What do you call it? The
Bullshit. Not even the cereals now. They're
the Lucky
fucking
Charms
horrible.
or whatever. You know.
Yeah. They're nothing like when they were.
No, they're not.
It's life, bro. I spent so much time hauling fuel, driving the truck. I always wanted to make the money because, you know, of course, we didn't grow up with much.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to work, you know, as a vendor for a couple of companies and then going to hauling fuel. And, man, I was making money like I'd never made before in my life. And, you know, of course, me being the size that I was and everything I am, I always had to prove myself because everybody always thought I was going to quit. Then, you know, I used to play softball, basketball, and all that stuff. And the only thing I didn't play was hide and seek because, like, I wasn't going to fucking hide nowhere. You know what I mean? Like that, right?
bro.
But you know, I've always had to prove myself. So every time that a day was open, I worked. I never left any money on the table because I like to spend it because I didn't have it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's different when you first get a house with central heating and air and your lights are actually paid at the damn time, right time, and we got running water. You know, we go through it. It's not that maybe the parents didn't have the money, but they would forget it. It was old school. And I lived to work, and I should have worked to live.
Yeah.
It was until when I got sick and I almost kicked the bucket. You know, like, man, you almost died. And they're like, man, you almost kicked the bucket. I said, man, was it Popeyes or fucking KFC? So I want some sides of that motherfucker. But no, I was like, man, I slowed down. I had no choice. I had to relearn how to walk and use my hands and to stand up. I mean, I was in my CU on the 5th floor, man, for 28 days. And then I was in the other ER room, the other ICU room for another 30 days. And then I went to Trust Point.
Bro, I don't want to cut you off, but I want to get this right now. You're in the thick of it. You're sick. You're in the hospital, and like you said, you had to relearn how to walk, right?
Yeah.
Did you think that was it, or were you always a fighter?
I always fought.
You never came to terms that this might be it.
No, because
I love that.
honest, because the day it all happened, I was sick, and I went to the doctor there in Slayton, and they checked my oxygen, and my eyeballs were looking like pinballs, like in a pinball machine.
Yeah.
And they're dilated, and the doctors were scared. They're like, man, you need to go to the ER. Of course, I couldn't hold my balance, couldn't see nothing. All I was seeing was kaleidoscopes. So I got in my dad's Tahoe, and we went because I couldn't step up to get in the ambulance. I couldn't see. So at least I slid there, went to the ER, got out, told Dad, hey, Dad, I'm going to get a ride later. I thought it was something small.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to get a ride later, whatever. I'll be at the house más tarde. Next thing I walk in there, they talk to them, they check me in, and I remember talking to a nurse that used to that I know that worked, not a nurse, but like an ambulance driver. Abel Rubios, hey, what's up, brother? But anyway, talked to him, and all I remember sitting down, man, and they're like, I remember like 10, 9, 8, and then she started blacking out, and then nurses and doctors are coming in and the everything, and I was like, and then I was out.
Damn.
And then 3 days later, 2-3 days later, I was laying in bed and I was asleep, man, and I heard an alarm go off, like it was time to go to work. So I get up and I get up to get out of bed because I felt rejuvenated, I felt good, and man, I went boom, and I was like, my eyes were closed, and I was like boom, boom, and I looked up and I was intubated, and I had both my wrists tied up to the bed, and I was breaking it. My brothers, and then we're all like, hey man, calm down, man, you're in the hospital. And I was like, what's up? They go, you almost died. You've been knocked out for 3 days.
Damn, brother.
They gave you a 5% chance of life. You know, they told my family had posted on Facebook that night to whoever wanted to come see me because I was critically ill, and they thought that I was gonna die, that I wasn't gonna make it because, like I said, they gave me a 5% chance of life.
Damn it, bro.
And my brothers told them, like, man, this dude, he's a monster, man. He ain't gonna give up. And they're like, man, he's a diabetic. He's not a diabetic. He's got high blood pressure. No, he don't. He's got cholesterol. No, he don't. He's borderline diabetic. No, he's not. They checked everything. Of course, at the time, I was too tall and too big to get in the damn the casket. They didn't know what the fuck was wrong with me. And rolled out a stroke, all of that. I had double lung pneumonia. I had a cut that I let get bad, and I got septic. And I guess all that stuff added up. And
So it wasn't COVID, or it was?
It started in 2019, October.
Oh,
I
shit.
got it before anybody else did.
Damn, bro.
So with Dr. Hunter had been a pulmonologist for 35 years. After I got out of the hospital, he was coming to see me and everything. And Dr. Blackshear, he goes, man, I was in his office because he saw me walking in with a cane. He's like, I don't know how you survived. He said, man, he goes, we think you're the first one to ever have COVID. Damn. And I was like, well, damn, I'm not even in China. I don't work for WHO or I'm just an ordinary fucking Mexican from Lubbock, Texas.
You're always eating your
gas.
But you know, he said, man, it's a blessing that he goes, we've never seen it. And he even said in the hospital room, he said, if this guy had not been smoking cigarettes and marijuana, where his lungs were so charcoaled up, he would have died. Because it ate the inside of your tissues, of your lungs.
Yeah.
A lot of people were dying. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, they had a high mortality rate if you didn't smoke anything because your lungs were already covered with.
I read somewhere about a year or two after the whole 2020 COVID shit that it really surpassed the smokers. Like the smokers didn't get COVID.
No, And you know,
Or
that's,
no, I'm sorry. Didn't die.
they didn't
of
die.
COVID.
It didn't eat the insides. It didn't scar
Yeah.
their lung tissue.
I was spitting out loogies all day, but I mean, I don't smoke no more. I didn't
Yeah.
smoke back
Maybe
then.
you should start.
I was all smoking like a crackhead. But yeah, that's crazy,
Dude,
brother.
I love that
I
story,
love
bro.
that, bro.
Like
Yeah.
because you never gave up.
No, I didn't. I woke up and I
That's-
had a spiral, man. My brother's like, you almost died. And they're like, they said that I would wake up between here and there, and they'd walk by. And I thought we were having a party, man, because I could see everybody. Like, I was in a party and everything. And they're like, no, dude. Everybody's coming to pay respect because they thought you were going to kick the fucking bucket.
Yeah, they're saying
I saw
go-
primos I hadn't seen in years and friends. And I'm like, man, it must be a badass party. And I woke up like, no, dude, they're coming in. Even the nurses and the doctors, like, we never seen so many people come see you.
You didn't go. You didn't see the light. You didn't see.
Well,
The-
all I
the
know
visions
is
that
it was
people-
dark, so maybe I should change my ways. There was no light in the direction.
Yeah,
Holy
it was hot
shit.
as shit.
Yeah, a
know?
lot of people have stories about
Yeah,
meeting
I didn't see
Jesus or
I didn't
seeing-
see mom or anything, but when I woke up refreshed, bro. And of course, I was on it intubated. It's another long story for another time. Everything that I went through with that, and somebody that prayed over me, man. And it's just a very deep story. We can talk about it some other time later on. But anyway, I remember having there with the wristbands and work out, and I couldn't stand up, couldn't go use the bathroom, you know. It's funny, man. My ex-wife mentioned I was in the hospital, and they had me flopping like a fish because I was intubated, so they would have to bathe me, bro. I couldn't get out. And she said one time there was like 3 nurses, and they were hot as hell, and she's like, "Oh, look, your dream came true. You got a table full of hot nurses bathing you." And I said, "Well, I want at least want to enjoy it. I'm here getting filleted like a fish, but I can't even enjoy the damn thing." Butt cheeks puckered in and everything.
They brought the manguera and everything,
Bro,
motherfucker.
I'm not gonna lie, man, but the most humbling thing is having to wheel myself down to Trust Point in the hallways. I'm a 42-year-old guy. Never needed help in my life, ever. And I'm there playing beach volleyball in a wheelchair with the viejitos getting that had surgeries.
Therapy.
Humble, bro. You
Yeah.
talking about humble? Eating the tapioca pudding they eat?
Yeah.
Couldn't even watch Golden Girls with them? Is that me?
Oh, I didn't watch
That's the
Blanche.
humbling, because when you're born, the first second you're born, you're already born to die.
Yep.
Nobody survives. You come in, people taking care of you, changing your diapers, feeding you. And as you get older in life, it's the same way.
It's the same way.
Yeah.
You
And
go
I
out the
realized
same way.
that. And it's the quality of life, not the quantity, man. I tell people all the time, I said, man, I know y'all want to make money, and I understand, but I can swear to you on my mom, you go to bed one day, 20, you're going to wake up 40 the next. Your bones start hurting. You punch a wall, oh yeah, it's nothing. 10 years later, you start feeling it pour. You see a little bump where you're like, man, something's up.
Yes, sir.
You have your whole life to get old. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
If you're gonna wait to save money to go to Disneyland, no, I hate to say it, I'm gonna tell the truth. Fuck it, get in debt, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. If you want to wait to have money to buy this and buy that, you're never gonna have it. I'm sorry.
The right time's never coming.
No, because we weren't raised like that. We weren't raised with bukus of credit and money to just throw at anything. Everything is saved. You know, everything is earned. Nobody ever has. It's rare that you have the money. A doctor might go out now, but for the first 15 years, he was probably eating fucking Domino's pizzas every day.
Yeah, but my boy, shout out my boy John Paul Olivares, man. He said something that really just hit home with me. He told me when we were kids, our parents lived with everything we needed.
Amen.
Nothing with what they wanted. So that's why the days were longer. That's why time was slower, because they worked their jobs and they used their money for what we needed, not what we wanted.
Ain't that the truth?
And that's why they didn't
Amen.
have to work the 3 or 4 jobs with getting the new car, the new house, because it was necessities that they lived with and not the wants.
and they grew up with less than what they had.
Yeah.
What they ended up having, and it's the humble heart, man. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I can't emphasize. I've always been one to, you know, go out to wherever the restaurants or go somewhere I have no problems buying somebody something to eat, somebody something to drink.
Yeah.
You know, passing it forward. Just by God giving me my second chance in life, He saved me, man. He just didn't save me and humble me. He saved my family and my friends from going through the loss of me.
Amen, brother. Come on.
My brothers always tell people my family says that I'm the best one out of all of them, but I couldn't imagine my life without them and without all the people that I know. Even though we hadn't talked and stuff, but something happened to you or even you now, brother. I can't.
Yes, sir.
I can't fathom that, man, because it's unbearable. I've lost my mom and I lost my dad, and man, it changes you. You can still fuck around, but you can't fuck around. And
You had a rare occasion that your mom died first. It's always the dad.
Mom died.
Not always. It's usually
mom
the
fought
dad.
breast cancer for 7 years, bro. And of course, she was a bad diabetic and everything, you know, and you know, and she fought it. But she goes, all I ever asked God was just to let me live long enough to see all y'all graduate and become grown-ups and parents and grown men and women. And when she found out she was stage 4 and they gave her so long to live, she was fine with it. But you know, she lost her mom when she was 16 years old. My other aunts, her sisters, her best friends had already passed on. My grandpa, and you know, she had a son, my brother, that nobody got to see. Only my dad was able to carry him. He was born premature, and dad was the one that carried him. And for 40 years, 38 years, because he's 2 years older than me, mom cried for him.
Yeah.
And you know, Xavier gave me a good word of advice. Because man, I couldn't stop crying. Man, I got depressed. It fucked me up, bro. My mom was my best friend. I used to talk to her 9 or 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Man, you know, they would go over to the house, and I'd be over there at her house, laying on the bed with my head on her lap, and you know, they'd be running their fingers through your hair. I mean, I could talk to her because she was my best friend, man. She's one of the smartest women I ever knew, and she's got that gift from God. She can judge people. She can see people. She can see things coming, and people loved her. And I gotta give all my credit of me being like that to them. I have that intuition. My mom does, and it's spot on, brother. Even if I don't want to see the lie, and I want to make it a lie, it's not gonna be a lie. God gave me that, and it's a blessing, but it's a curse too.
Well, I always say that, and I think you and I are very similar in a lot of shit. But
Because you have an aura. I see an aura around you.
Well, I appreciate that, but I always say that I have a woman's intuition, bro. Ever since I was a kid, I've had it. I've known shit was gonna happen. I've known
The same way.
like I've known these people were bad, and I've given the better judgment, you know, in my back pocket, and I've done it, and then shit happens, and I was
And
like,
you knew it all along.
I fucking knew.
And you didn't set yourself up to take it. Because you already throw in your mind, like, you know what, man, I just threw it in the back of my mind. I already know it's coming. I'm going to change it. And, man, that floors you, man.
Yeah.
You can deny it all you want. And I've denied it, man. I've denied it. And it's like, God's just like, there you go. Cover it over.
Yeah.
There you go. He pushes it on me right there.
Yes, sir.
He goes, it's a gift. He goes, it's a gift. I go, man, it's a curse too, man. I mean, it's hard to see that. And, you know, as we're getting older, you know, like now that anxiety's coming here and all that stuff, and, you know, I battle that, you know, people see it all the time. See, you know, it's a smile now, cry later face.
Yes, sir. Me too, brother. Me too.
We go through that, man. We sit there and laugh. How you doing? Good. But you're really not. How are you doing?
Yeah.
And it could be the smallest thing, man. You know, I don't know if y'all battle anxiety or depression or anything like that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I always
sir.
thought that was bullshit.
Yeah, me too. Oh, yeah.
And I dealt with it through family members, and I've
you
dealt with
couldn't
it.
tell me that was real back in the day.
Me neither. You could convince me
You could tell me that was just weak-minded shit,
Yeah.
and I would
Oh, yeah.
I'd totally agree with you.
until the sofa sucks you in.
Oh, yeah.
You make plans. I'm going to the mall. I got $1,000. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look good, man. And it seems like the recliner just grows arms like on Beetlejuice, and it hugs you, sits you in, and it fondles your fucking ass, bro. I'm telling you, walk out todo chueco, walking out that son bitch. You can. I tell people, I said, man, until you go through it, it's hard. I had a panic attack a few years ago. I went to the hospital. I was having a heart attack. They go, man, you're having a panic attack. Well, I go, I barely had anxiety. Well, panic attacks happen. I go, well, we were telling me I turned into a fucking pussy. God, I'm over here fucking pissed, crying, laughing,
same here.
all that shit at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And the doctor's like, you're fine. And I go, I feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I work a job where I'm by myself, and it was 4 a.m. Never had anxiety, never had depression, nothing.
Right.
And I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was about to die. Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh shit.
too.
Like, oh shit, I'm fucking dying.
Who's going to revive
What
me?
the fuck is this? What the fuck? Like, oh, just all kinds of weird feelings, emotions, and I really thought I was having a fucking heart attack.
I did too.
And then 10 minutes go by, and I'm calming down, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, what? And they were, quarterbacking it, and they said, that's a panic attack.
And nothing
and I'm
set
like,
it off.
I'm like, dude, I don't have anxiety. How the fuck did I have a panic attack?
It happened to me, bro.
But it was scary as shit, and then I didn't want to go through it again, and then I had anxiety from it.
And I know you've shared that on the show before, but if y'all haven't heard this enough, thank y'all for telling y'all story, because like we talked about earlier, we grew up where us men we can't talk about these things, but I've experienced that, right? But who am I going to talk to about when I had anxiety and I black out and whatever? I feel like Tony Soprano, right? I can't talk about this thing.
That's how I felt, bro.
Right, but y'all sharing y'all story, and you've shared it before, PZ. But you, brother, sharing the Christian, there's somebody that's going to watch this. Maybe not the first week, maybe a month, maybe a year later, and they're going through that too, and they're like, "Oh man, this dude had the balls to talk about it," right? Because we're not alone in that.
No,
I just experienced last week at work, and you didn't talk about this much. I had some issues with my stomach. I've talked about. I was in the hospital for gallbladder and had it taken out. Man, I was just at work the other day. Start of the day. I'm going to do my grounds, cleaning up, and I feel like a sharp pain. Like I'm drinking coffee. Maybe it's too strong. And you take shit. Next thing I know, and I'm like,
oh
and
shit.
I knew I've had this before.
It sounds like you're underwater.
Exactly,
Like
bro.
you're underwater, you can hear the echo.
Exactly. And I was like, I knew what was happening. I was like, I got to get back to my office. And so I was like, you're good, T. I'm telling myself these things. I remember what I learned in be aware where you're at. Because when we have those panic attacks, what we have to remember is that a heart attack, it feels like a truck is on your chest.
An elephant, right?
When our heart is just boom, 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 that's where we tell ourselves, I'm in control of this, right? Well, anyway, that's what I was trying to do at work. But as I'm walking to my shop, my office, my stomach starts hurting more. Next thing I know, bro, I'm just sweating. Like,
and I'm pass out.
I'm wanting to pass out, but I remember, get to a chair. I was like, T, I'm talking to myself. I was like, because they told me before when I was in the hospital, they're like, what's your name? I'm like, I'm talking out loud. I was like, Thomas Scott Rios. I was born in Lubbock, Texas. And I'm talking, getting my water, but I can feel the color dropping out. So I called my homeboy, the maintenance guy. I'm like, bro, I don't know what's going on. So he comes in. He's like, oh, fuck, T, you're white. What's going on? I was like, tell boss lady. And I knew something was going on, my blood pressure, something. But the experience that I had before allowed me to get through it this time.
Yeah.
And so when I say thank y'all, because we battle with this, and we don't want to. You're saving somebody's life
So
today.
you had a panic attack.
I think so. And what it was is our panic attack is because something's going on in our body, right? Something, and
It's just something that sets off the anxiety, like know.
it could be gas, bro. They told me in the hospital one day, they're like, are you constipated? Turned out I was constipated. My old ass, my intestine. Well, I had the gallbladder issues. So, but your
brain is fucking with you.
It's your brain trigger something. So you're saving somebody's life
I
today.
was told that.
Both of y'all.
I was told that it could have been from a damn movie I watched 20 years ago.
You could have
It
triggered
comes
something
out from the back of your mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, was it the word I do that might trigger it?
Was it Jenna Jameson? She was so hot.
But it's the truth.
Yeah.
That's why I want to talk to JP. And I was like, man, that's the topic that I actually texted him about. I said, man, men's
Thank you.
mental awareness,
Thank you, man.
It doesn't come out enough.
Thank you.
I know what if you feel like you feel the moisture over your lips.
Yes.
And it feels like you walk outside and a brisk cold goes in your nose and your throat when you're fixing to pass out.
Yes.
And just thinking about it does it.
Yeah.
And see, when I had a panic attack, I drove myself to UMC.
Yes, sir.
And I told them they checked my heart, and I was like, well, they go, you got the heart of the Grinch, two times too small. And I was there for a long time, and they were just checking me, and they're like, man, Mr. Levy, you're having an anxiety attack. I said, there's no way I'm having a fucking heart attack. And they say it feels like an elephant's on your chest, but I was like, man, it feels like me every fucking day. But,
I love your humor, bro. I love
thank
it.
y'all, bro. This ain't shit, bro.
Dude, you said something earlier too that really fucking pissed me off my entire life, man.
Bro, Krispy Kreme, I know. They're never on sale, man. God damn.
So-
Bastards.
Probably 8th grade is when I start putting on weight.
Okay.
Right.
It was up until 7th summer of going to 8th is when I started putting on weight. But I've always been athletic.
I'm the same way.
Always, bro. And I always got that.
It was nothing to
Proving
climb a
people
tree.
wrong, bro.
It was nothing to climb a tree, a house. I remember my little brother would get hefty bags and jump off the house like they were parachutes. I was always a big kid. I rode a skateboard, rode freaking roller skates. Hell, I could do a damn cartwheel. Ka-ching house, you know. I was like Bam Bam Bigelow out there.
But I
It's like, you
always
feel-
had to prove people wrong. Like,
And I've
they
had
were
that.
always like, oh, you know, he's fat, he's slow, and then
They see you and they're like,
but
"Oh, this
then
motherfucker can
what would
run."
piss me off afterwards was, dude, you're pretty athletic for a big guy,
yeah.
Oh,
or
yeah.
you can do this for a big guy. I'm like, why can't I just fucking be the
real,
athletic,
bro, for
you know?
real.
So, well, I can make your girlfriend or wife happy. So I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
I still remember when you made A team in 9th grade. Us big guys, Roy Martinez, God rest his soul, Adam. A lot of us, we were so proud because it's like but we knew the talent you had. But you're exactly right.
But you always had to prove yourself.
You
and
always had
that's-
to prove yourself.
I remember I was
Yeah.
playing softball out there at the softball fields. I'd be like, easy out, and I could hit and I could run.
Yeah.
I used to play out at third base, first base, outfield. I mean, I was just naturally gifted.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that I was fast. I really was.
Yeah.
But I could read the ball. When they hit the ball, I could read it.
Yeah.
That's what number one is. The rule is how you roll, but you got to prove something. And, you know, that's one other damn thing I was going to talk about. I know, you know, that's wonderful that they have different stuff for you know, disabled people and all that stuff. You know, people go through mental health. But, man, why in the hell don't they have anything for fucking big people? Man, you can't. The only United we can go to is United Supermarkets, not even United Spirit Arena. They don't make chairs wide enough, man. You know, I
no
mean,
shit.
you know, shit, I'm fucking as handsome as 10 movie stars. I'm almost 6'5", and you know, depends who you are. You can guess my weight, I'll give you $1 or something. You'd be rich. But anyway, they don't do nothing for like that. People don't understand, like, you know, the shoes that I wear, these are size 15.
Yeah.
You know, these Air Force Ones right here, there's $170 fucking. You know, I wish even Ross, you know, I try to go there, but everybody's chingando those damn good shoes.
Oh yeah.
And people don't see that, man. It's hard being big and like, oh, you're stuck, you know, that means you're just fat. Or they think that you show up to go eat somewhere, you're gonna order everything. The old schoolers are the worst. Well, I'm glad I got.
Or you walk out of the
restroom.
restroom. You walk out of a restroom and
People
immediately like, oh, this dude blew it
Oh
up.
yeah, I used to talk to people
You're
all
like,
the
I
time.
just went to go piss, fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to have
head.
señoras say, well, I'm glad I got in line in front of you so I can get the food. I said, well, you know what? I'll just steal your fucking wallet, motherfucker. Believe me, I can. You ain't gonna do shit to me, old man. But now I'm turning into the old man. So, you know, I need to just buy my own tattoo.
Now I understand. Now I understand.
But, you know, it was always, you know, it ain't my fault that God made y'all normal. You know? And I hate to say it, I carry my weight well. Yeah. In 20, 30 years, I've had the doctors, my GI doctor told me one time, he's like, man, he goes, you know, if you lose weight and get healthy and all this stuff, you can live to be 100 years old. And I said, doctor, who in the fuck wants to live to be 100 years old? I go, I've got relatives that are in their high 90s and early hundreds. I go, they can't even turn on the stove and they're getting the adult supervision all day and all night. They can't drive a movie. They can't do shit. I go, if I get to that point, I'd rather be dead. It's the truth, bro. You can't even wipe your own ass, bro.
For real, bro. Come
you know,
on.
and to tell you the truth, I'm gonna be known as the crazy, the weird Theo down the hall. You know that Theo that used to be in the back room, the old school Mexican family.
Oh yeah.
That never came out.
Yeah, they never said what he did in public. But I don't do that in public. I don't. But it's true. You have that weird Theo in the back, and that's what it is. There's nothing for bigger guys. You can't just buy a regular chair, bro.
No.
Well, I
That's
can't
true.
tell you,
That's
like,
true.
when I was at my heaviest,
You look good, dude.
400, right? At my heaviest.
I went
right?
down to third fucking grade.
No one.
You can laugh, bro.
Chrissy,
You can fucking
You
laugh, bro.
almost made me choke, bro.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. My mom bought me those stranglers, the fucking stranglers, and the rustlers, and the T-shirt with the dinosaur on them. I think that's my graduation picture. I had a Tyrannosaurus Rex on there or some shit.
But no one really does talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, when I was 400, you plan a trip to Disney. I don't want to go. Because
you're
in
ashamed.
my mind,
You're
I'm
not
like,
gonna fit
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
rides.
fit in anything. I'm not gonna be on my feet happily all fucking day.
Fuck no.
Like, it fucks with you. It fucks with your mental.
It ruins your
bro.
whole thing because the whole time while you're on the trip over there, you're wondering if it's gonna fit. How am I gonna fit in the damn airport? Am I gonna eat too much food on the way over there? Am I gonna gain 5 or 10 pounds where I can't fit on a ride? Or if I thought say I'm gonna be fucking passing out, it's bad enough. You know, being a big little kid or a big kid.
Yeah.
You know, anything you wear, you're gonna fucking sweat.
Yeah.
You know, you can be at 30-degree weather and you're still gonna fucking
Same
sweat.
way, yeah, bro.
And it's hard because everybody already looks at you weird.
Yeah.
And you know, at the time, being a kid, how often was it really that we had our haircuts, bro?
Yeah.
You know, we had 2 haircuts, the burr or the flat top. The piojo haircut
Yeah.
or the fucking flat top, and that was it. And you know, Dad did take even when the haircuts were $3 or $5 back then. You know, it wasn't that often. So everywhere we go, we'd have the long hair with the picos. That go, you know, it's the little. It's and
but like you're waiting in line for 2-3 hours
for
to
a
get into
10-second
the
ride.
ride, and that you don't fit in, and then. Like, sir, how embarrassing! Like, hey, you got to get to the side. You don't fit in this ride.
And then it don't even last
that's
that
in my
long.
mind. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't even know because I didn't even go in the ride.
And then they don't even last that long. It's like you're in your bedroom at night. You know, the ride's broken. It only lasts a couple seconds. You pick your poison, right?
Yeah. So
but
no one does talk about that.
You're right, bro. And you know, one time my little brother and I were teenagers. We went to Six Flags and got on the George Roy Scream.
Oh yeah.
Right, sat on that motherfucker. I was like, that's a little tight.
Yeah.
Pow! I broke it.
Yeah.
And my brother looked at me and I looked. I said, "Hold on, motherfucker." He's like, "We're holding on because the rail was broken, bro. We didn't get to enjoy the ride. Bitch, a big kid over there. Hold on."
You're just trying to survive. Yeah.
I try to survive that shit. I won't be landing in the fucking pool with that big old lake they had. But it's true. They don't make stuff like that. Even you go to a bar. You know, I'm tall. I'm a tall guy, but my legs are only a 30 length. So like those bar stools that are tall, I have hell sitting on. It's like I'm trying to sit on a fucking pogo stick.
Man, that's. I'm glad you're sharing that because you know you don't think of those things or you don't think of like
that ain't
what
shit.
goes through our heads. Yeah.
People don't see it. Like you go to a big and tall store, like a regular pair of jeans, generic $70 T-shirt,
Yeah.
$35
Yeah.
one T-shirt, calzoncillo $15 a calzoncillo,
Bro, yeah.
and it's hard. People don't, like I said, people don't see it. You can go to the big and tall store and they got some badass clothes. They do have real name brand fucking pants. But dude, when you're seeing $180, $200 for Nautica pants,
Yeah.
you know, it's hard, man. You know, socks. I mean, everything you get into is uncomfortable. You know, unfortunately, you're a big guy. You know,
And I like we just spoke earlier. You know, always full of life, always outgoing. But in my heaviest, man, you couldn't catch me outside.
and you know, but
I made excuses to not go to shit because I didn't want to.
But let me drop some knowledge on you, bro.
bet.
And I learned this. God made us for a reason. If we couldn't endure the shit that we're gone through, lived, the sizes, the relationships, the tragedies, that's your story, bro. That's the cross that you carry. And he meant to give it to you so you can carry it and tell others.
Yeah.
Same thing with me and same thing with you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Whether you're, I mean, I'm telling you, bro, I'm a big man. But dude, I can go to Africa right now, and all those motherfuckers will want to be me. They probably want to put a stick up my ass and roast me too. But you know, I mean, in China and shit like that, you know, you're known as like you know the damn sumos and shit. They're known.
yeah.
They're like fucking kings over
Yeah,
there.
they
They
almost
like
worship
kings.
them.
But
yeah.
that's the thing too. Even when we were kids, if you were fat, heavy set, whatever, it meant you were rich, right?
Where?
No, like back in the day, right?
Meant
like
you ate good.
The
Yeah.
fat dudes meant they were like royalty. They were rich. Like, and then you know you get that in your head, and then mom is feeding you, and you can't go outside and play until you eat all that, and you are programmed, bro, to just finish your plate.
You're
can't-
trying not to leave nothing on the plate.
and then it becomes, well, give it to him. He's still hungry, and then like no one tells you, dude, stop.
Yes.
No,
Stop.
they won't. And what I did for a long time, man, when I go out and eat at a restaurant, and it really wasn't the food. Yeah, I ate a lot of food, man, but I was a soda-holic.
Yeah.
You know, I remember going to the doctors and stuff, man, and they used to freak out, man, because I would drink 3 liters of Coke a day.
Damn, bro.
Wow.
I could go to China Star, and you can ask, oh, shit, get the Adan that works there. He's been there 20-something years. People don't believe me. I go in there, they're like, I say, man, how many Cokes would I drink here? He's like, shit, at least 10 or 15.
Wow.
Go out to, man, grab a big old 64-ounce Coke. By the time I go to 19th Street from University, it's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sit there and drink.
Yes,
I
sir.
loved it, and that was my dessert because I really didn't eat cakes and shit like that.
Same here, bro.
We weren't raised with that, mom, and we didn't have
couldn't
a choice
afford
of
it,
it.
yeah.
Couldn't afford it. And you know, like you said, you're taught to not leave nothing on the plate, and then you go to a tia's house and automatically they start feeding you and,
Come on, bro.
and all that stuff. Y, ¿Cómo está mi gordito? You're like,
And
"No,
don't tell me you already ate. Here's another plate.
Mhm.
Like,
And you
fuck.
you look at your mom. She's like that one taco from behind.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you get the taco from your tia. Your mom walks by and gives you another taco.
Yeah, oh yeah. For real, bro.
But you know but bro, like I told the doctor, man, when he told me you live to be 100 years old, I said all I'm gonna do is die healthy. I go, we're all gonna die. I go, Elvis
For real,
Presley
bro.
died on the fucking toilet and he was the king. I said, man, When your time is here, it's gonna be embarrassing no matter where you're at.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna beat it. There's movie stars. There's people that are young and tall, dark, and handsome, or beautiful, and they die at a young age. Some live to be.
But I programmed my mind to be a dumbass, man.
That's what I tell
know,
you.
like-
That's why I never grew up, bro.
That's the thing, though. Like,
I'm not
I
going
had
to.
it in my head that I'm a fucking beast in the gym. And I was. I
You
even
still
at
are
my-
'cause you
even
still
at my
go.
fucking fattest,
You
I was
still
a
go.
beast in the gym, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But I never came home and watched what I ate.
No, you know, I was going to the gym, Planet Fitness last year, and man, I was over there. I hadn't been in 28 years. We used to have a gym at the house, and my mom and dad's house. You know, we'd be working out. You know, getting ready for softball, lifting free weights, smoking and drinking and shit, fucking lifting weights every day.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, that was just, man, you felt the guns. You know, man, oh yeah, you know, feel good and all that shit. I hadn't been there in 28 years, man, and I felt like a wimp, man. I hadn't lifted, and I was working out for a little bit, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna do the incline. I threw 200 pounds on the incline, and I fucking did 3 sets of 15 on them. And they're like, man, what the hell? How in the hell are you lifting that on an incline? I said, dude, this ain't shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. They go, how old are you? I go, I'm 49.
That's crazy.
And they're
bro.
like, there's no, 48 at the time. They're like, there's no way. And I said, yeah. I go, but man, well, what happened? I said, life, man. I said, you know, you could plan your whole life to do everything right. And it's, God's got other plans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll let you do those things that they might be in your plan. But just don't give up. Don't stop going. Even if you go to 1 time a week or 2 times a week, even if you walk around the park or chase mama around the house naked, whatever the fuck you want to do. Hey, man, it's all good. You know, you got just live, man.
Yeah.
Live. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna love you. People can love you all they want, but hey, when shit comes up hard, where are their hands, man? They're not trying to push you to do better, man. People want the cheese, man. They wanna. It's unfortunate that they would rather hear somebody doing bad than somebody good.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody doing good.
Well, you
know,
said it yourself. You hadn't seen cousins in years, and then they thought you were dying.
And they came to pay their
That's when
respects.
family comes to see you. Is like you have to.
And it's my fault too, because I had every opportunity to do it too.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
that-
Like you have to make it a point to like make glue in the family and
Yeah.
start seeing each other
You ha-
and start.
You have to, because when it comes down to the nitty gritty, man, God and family, you will never. You can have all the money in the world, you can never buy more time.
Yeah.
You can't buy wisdom, and you sure as fuck can't buy your family, and you sure as hell ain't gonna buy God, because God don't make deals.
Well, one thing you can't ever buy is good people, bro.
Amen
And
to
you
that.
are a great person, man.
Thank you, brother. I
You
appreciate
are,
that.
man. I'm grateful that you asked me to be here today with them.
Yeah.
I'm glad I met you, Christian. You know
The
what I mean?
pleasure's all mine, man. And you know, I see people do it, and I'm like, man, I hope I don't fuck shit up. But
Oh, dude.
I just go natural, man. If I was drinking a lot, then it'd be crazier.
Poodle party.
You
No,
gotta
but
talk about
share-
9 in the morning, but I'm not.
No, but sharing your story, bro. Like I told JP, this is therapy for me, right? And hearing y'all story, I know on the video you're gonna see me smiling a lot because I'm just barely meeting you, but I'm proud of Peasy. This is my brother. I'm proud of you sharing your story. I tell him all the time, but I'm proud of you sharing your story because, like I said, I don't know where those words came from, but before I was a decent dad, I was a good uncle, and you may not realize how important you are, and you probably do, but you keep being who you are.
I just don't want them to go through the shit that I do. Why make life so hard when it could be a lot easier? But if you don't show them that and they don't go through that, when life comes at it like it has us, how are they going to handle it?
Yeah, and
You know,
that even makes you more cool though. That's another feather on your hat because once they go through experience, they're gonna be like, damn, Theo Christian was pretty badass.
And it's not, like I said, it's not me, man. God gave me the power. He gave it to me, man, and He gave me two great parents, man, that were super humble. And honestly, man, as I got Dad's eulogy, I was up there standing and I said, for Dad having a size 8.5 foot, I just want to try to live the rest of my life feeling his shoes, because man, those are some hard shoes to fill. And I just want people to know, man, there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. We all go through it.
Amen.
We all have it. Some days, man, like I said, man, some days you're looking on the bottom, looking up at the top of the shit pile, and you want to be that bull on top of the shit pile. Then when you finally make your way up there, you realize you're on a pile of fucking shit. It's still gonna fucking stink, and it's still gonna get in your hooves.
It's life, yep.
It's life.
Yep.
Just be grateful. Be grateful. If you wake up tomorrow, and one of my best friends, my brother, man, he tells me all the time, man, you always want to have money in your account. But man, everybody lives paycheck to paycheck. As long as you make it till your payday, even if you have $1 in your account that you're not overdrawn, you're blessed.
Yeah, man. I have a buddy who's a quadriplegic, and
Yeah.
shout out John.
Yeah.
You speak to this man, and he honestly will make you feel like, what the fuck am I bitching?
Amen.
What am I complaining about life for? Because he never complains about anything. And the first words out of his mouth every time you see him, man, you're like, "What's up, John? Living that good life, man."
And you know,
Shout out to your homeboy, man.
Hey, shout out to your homeboy, man. And it's crazy. As we were actually talking about this about a couple weeks ago, I was talking to some people, and I was like, man, oh, y'all might think it's crazy, and I'm not trying to bash anybody. I said, but I said, y'all realize that the homeless got it made? And they go, what? And I said, yeah, the homeless got it made. I go, most of them don't have social media. They know how to survive. If things happen to you today with your anxiety and all that stuff, and you didn't have a job, and you lost everything, how would you handle it? These people build tents under bridges. They eat stuff that they find on the ground in the back of a dumpster or whatever. They know how to survive. But I'm telling you, most of them, when you see them with their little dog, they look like they don't have a care in the world. Like they don't have no worries.
It's the meth, bro.
Well, how many
That's
pounds
the
can I
math.
buy? No.
I would have feel like
No, bro. No, not at this time because they weren't doing the whole Thriller pose. You know what I mean?
I once got hit up by a homeless dude with a dog, and he was telling me that he needed money to feed his dog lamb, because his dog is from God, and only God eats lamb, all this shit. And I felt like a dick, but I was like, well, you should tell your dog that you're homeless, bro.
And that old yeller find you something to eat, motherfucker. Well, I remember one time I was on the Walmart on 4th and Q, and I was sitting there waiting, and this guy pulls up, and him and his girlfriend, they have a little tank for gas, maybe a half a gallon for it'll hold 1 gallon or half a gallon.
Yeah.
He's like, I was wondering, sir, could you spare some change? And I said, spare some change? He's like, yeah. He goes, we're trying to get to Amarillo. And I looked at him, man, you need a lot bigger can than that fucking thing. And I was like, man, all I carry is a debit. I don't carry nothing. I go, man, you're carrying the wrong thing to try to get to Amarillo with half a gallon tank of gas or 1 gallon.
I used to always get hit up with that similar story of, hey man, we're just trying to get a hotel for the night, man. I just need a couple bucks. Like, well, show me where you get this hotel at for a couple bucks.
Well, let's go party.
Because I might need that fucking hotel later.
Then let's go party. Yeah, all he's doing is moving the trash out of the side of the back of the Stripes dumpster, and all those white cushion pillows. It's man, like I said, man, we all got them lies, man, and I've heard some damn good ones.
Oh yeah.
I wish I
But
would've
you're
wrote
right,
some
bro.
just
We
that.
are taught to hide. We are taught to be ashamed of the vulnerability in ourselves.
Yeah.
We it's not less humbling. It's just something that we can't show. You know, whether it's machismo or
Right.
I have no idea, but. As men, we
without a
try
doubt.
to hide the vulnerability and everything.
I believe that. Not only that, but you don't want to be vulnerable to your kids or your grandkids, because whenever they see their parents or their grandparents, they think that they hung the moon, and they don't see the struggles and the failure. You know, a kid is content with the bubble gum or damn McFlurry or whatever. Little kids are fine. It's
Well,
the
that's why
older
life
kids.
is great. As a kid, you appreciate the little things.
Yeah.
We forget that as adults. We
And
don't
that's what I
appreciate
said.
shit.
The day you start adulting is the day you start getting old.
Yeah.
You have to live with that youngster life. And I understand that people got to be there and you got to be a manager or whatever. I can understand. If you want to do that, that's fine. But, man, you're only going to get old.
Yeah.
You're not going to get young. Every commercial you see or every time you see a movie or something with viejitos or viejitas, what are they always doing? They're looking back to their younger days
Oh, yeah. Come on.
when they could
Yeah.
and they didn't.
Yeah.
When I was at my worst in life, it's everything, being unhealthy, being, broke. I always lived for certain days. And what I mean by that is like, when that income tax come, shit, when summer is here, oh shit, when we get this for Christmas, you forget to live for Monday. You forget to live for Tuesday, for Wednesday.
Yep.
You're always, it's like what we said when we were younger. I can't wait till we get old. We're not living for the moment. We're not enjoying the life that we are given and we're living in the day to day, and we're not we're not even seeing the beauty in
Yeah.
it.
And let me drop a bomb on that, because you're right. Imagine that the income tax, or you got something going on the weekend, going out of town. All that seems great, right? Imagine you could have $20 million in the bank, your own house up on the mountains, whatever. Money was nothing. But when you have anxiety, none of that shit matters.
Right.
I would give everything I own to not battle that. Because I got to tell you, you're this high for 1 minute, and 5 seconds later, you're scraping yourself off the ground. You can't get off the ground.
Yep.
And like I said, I remember times I've had money in the account, or hey, man, I'm looking forward. I'm going to go to Dallas. I'm going to do this. And, man, that anxiety hits, bro. I don't eat shit.
Yep.
Sit on the recliner, watch movies, fall asleep on the recliner, go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. Because everyone's like, man, what's wrong with you? I said, man, I'm just not in it.
Come on, bro. Come on.
You know, and then you take medication. I mean, I've taken all kinds of psycho pills sometimes, and they don't do shit.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in the hospital, when I drove myself, you know, I was taking Wellbutrin, and they gave me Xanax or whatever, and then they gave me hydroxyzine, which is a natural, like a Benadryl, supposed to calm me down, and I mean that helps me out at times. And honestly, sometimes that don't even work.
Yeah.
It don't work.
Yeah, when I was battling anxiety, gotcho, bro, I couldn't tell you how many pills I went through that didn't work.
Oh yeah.
And then the ones that did work made you numb.
And then you feel like a guinea pig.
Like it literally made you numb.
Yeah.
You can be told, or stuff could happen to you that's the worst shit, and you're just there like,
Yeah.
You don't care.
Zombied out, yeah.
They can say, Christian, the publisher's clearinghouse can come over and say, you want $50 million. You'll be like,
cool.
I don't want it. Fuck it. I just want to get better. You know, the only thing that gives me stress or anxiety like that is wondering if a restaurant's going to run out of carne guisada before I get there or whatever. Especially you posting all these good places. I'm like,
Shout
man,
out Cuevas.
damn right,
I
bro.
did, man, dude. I'm
Shout
at
out
work,
Jimenez.
dude. I'm at work looking at him like, man, I need to take a lunch break now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jimenez is good, man. It's fantastic, but man, they're killers over there, man. They got that damn badass marble cake. And I'm like, man, I'll get like 8 pieces of marble cake, please. And I thought you're coming in for breakfast. Oh, yeah, but man, that marble cake looks fresh. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
who are you to judge me?
But
I
you know
wanted
what?
for
This
breakfast.
is breakfast.
I went to Jimenez Bakery when they were on Avenue J.
Yeah.
Especially sometimes I'd get out of jail, hit the bondsman, and go over there and eat breakfast as a free man, you know. And
It's the best fucking meal I had in 9 fucking hours,
well, best part is I didn't have to hear no tortilla. I'm sorry, no tortilla tonight.
It's the best fucking deal I had in 9 fucking hours, bro.
But you know, there's so many places that are so big and getting there. You know, like I mean, you know, where I saw you over there with Jennifer Mijos. Shout out to Mijos Tex-Mex. Phenomenal food, phenomenal people. Very, very, very good people.
Yeah.
They are great people, bro.
Yes, they love the Lord and try to help people out, man, any way it functions,
Yeah.
man. There's a lot of places, many other food trucks that I've known, that I've ran into, that, you know, I want to put under my arm and carry to my house, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I haven't been able to yet, you know, beat your anxiety.
We'll get there. We'll get there, bro.
But you know, it's, you know,
Sean,
sad part,
they're not dogs, man.
well, the sad part is, bro, now that it's okay to eat, I'm not fucking eating. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, everybody makes food trucks cool, and you know, shout out to Candy Girl también. The
Oh, I
Candy Girl,
haven't been there.
bro. Don't go there. Those pizza dulces, all kinds of gummies except for THC gummies.
I've seen the TikToks. I've
Food
never
trucks on
been,
Thursdays,
but,
bro.
yeah.
The staff in there helps you out, man. They got Mr. Pibb on the can. But
Yeah,
bro, they got
I've heard
they got
it's a
the
good
candy
spot.
necklaces, man. I was there one time, and I was telling a friend of mine.
You have a rainbow neck.
I was telling a friend of mine. I said, man, I go, remember those? Oh, you see those candy necklaces? They're like, yeah. I said, my mom used to buy us candy necklaces, and I was a real travieso. Man, I was fucking terrible. And man, my mom, we were cruising in an old Suburban, and my mom said she could hear my sister crying, and when she looked back, my older sister, and I'd have her dulces, her necklace in my mouth. I had her eating on mine. It was just a stream, bro. And I was already eating her dulces too. And my mom's like, Dolores, I told you to eat your candies before he does, because he's going to eat them. So she'd be over there crying over there fucking munching her dulces and stuff.
Your mom said to share.
But man, I saw him there, man. I was like, wow.
Took you back.
But you know, it's good to see the community helping each other, man. You know, y'all doing this, and I mean,
Yeah, I love it.
It's
That's
not,
what it's about, bro.
Yeah.
bro. It's the love, man. I get on the community thing, and you know, say a few jokes on on the Lubbock County mugshots, you know. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm the shithouse poet sometimes.
I gotta look for your comments now.
Oh, they're
That's
horrible.
your-
Yeah, my nieces and they go,
That's your open mic.
man, my nieces are like, yo, you're fucking ruthless, dude. You're in the wrong profession, man.
That's your fucking open mic.
Hell yeah.
You know, I've had people actually want me to tell me see if I want to join, like, get on with Hub City Comedy. You know, like they do that stuff.
Yeah.
At Mano Negra.
I thought you were a comedian, honestly, bro.
Really,
Like,
bro?
Yeah, the moment we
Why, I
said
look
that.
funny or what? Get you out.
Yo, why you judging me?
Te
No,
miras bien funny, mijo.
your
That's my nipple ring showing. I'm sorry.
No, your personality, bro.
Bro, this ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
After a few
dude.
alcoholics, drinking gas JP.
Yeah.
It's insane, bro. And I'm more than like Coyote Ugly. But no,
It becomes to laughter to, it goes to, when this motherfucker leaving?
never.
What'd you say? 9 in the morning. We're gonna
Lay
get
off me, I'm
breakfast.
starving.
Bro, we are out of beer and food. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, I'm not here for that. I'm here to dance all night long. You know, but no, you know, it's there's so much stuff going on in this community, and I see people doing their things, and it's my fault. A lot of things are free, man. There's people struggling.
Yeah.
And I mean, the restaurant businesses or just any business, keep it local, help out a big restaurant. It's all the same, you know. And you know, like I said, you only got to first time make a good impression, and I try to make people laugh, make people feel comfortable, and we all do. And you know, that's like I said, the food trucks, they make you feel comfortable, bro. You go and they take care of you, man, and they take time on their food, man, and they watch out for it. And it's good to see the community helping out each other
Yeah,
with that.
yeah.
JP and
Well, that's the thing. Like, they are all their own businesses, but they all help each other.
Yeah.
Or to me, that's what it seems like.
oh yeah, you know, but back then we didn't have that.
No.
Yeah.
They'd be like, no, man, they threw dirt on you, bro.
Oh yeah, they
back
hated
then.
on you. Yeah, yeah.
Got you, and I was one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Man, ese cabrón can fit in those size 36 pants.
I was the biggest hater of them all.
Hell yeah.
But you know, I love seeing the community grow. But I love like the comedy scene, the food scene. I
I've
love
never
it, bro.
been to a comedy.
Oh,
never
bro.
have been.
Okay, well, you need to go this Saturday.
And
my
I
boy
saw
Otto.
that, and I'm like, man,
I'm gonna try and get out there then. Yeah, I always say that, but I think I still have enough money from payday. Woo!
bro,
Unfortunately, this will air way
Just-
past the
just float a
the
check.
comedy show. But this Saturday, bro, you need to go
Float a
check out my
check.
boy Otto's
Float a
comedy
check.
show.
And you ain't like, no,
Yeah.
but you know, I've been told, but I don't think I'm funny. If I talk my Bible salas and anything else,
But
bro.
just being out there, your presence alone, bro. Like JP got me out of the house.
Well, you can't miss me, bro. My shadow weighs 300 fucking pounds. Get you out,
Your
motherfucker. Scared
shadow.
me.
No, man, get yourself out there, bro. You never know you're like, who it's gonna shine on, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And your story has blessed me here today. I know that's right.
So
No,
before we
you
get out
blessed
of here,
us,
man,
man.
because we
You
can go
blessed
on
us.
for fucking hours.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
hell yeah, calling sick.
Christian, I'm gonna ask you, man, what's the best advice you would give your younger self?
I could say, don't do it. You know? Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. It's a couple things all mixed up together. Finding God. Let Him lead your life. Let Him. I've given myself to Him, man, and I am the cousin Catholic. But He has never given up on me, or my family, or my friends. He's brought back people back in my life that you know they're healthy. I might not have seen them for years. He's never given up.
Amen.
When I was laying in the deathbed, he's all I had. And his fell in love. People coming to pray over me. Nurses coming to pray before they start their work, and after they go to work, you know, they get out before they go home. Can we pray with you? That was God.
Yes, it is,
But
yes.
I can't tell you enough. Slow down. You don't know if there's a tomorrow.
Yeah.
Live in the moment because it might be your last moment. You'll always have time to make money. Make the time. Kids don't. If you got kids, don't worry. I mean, I know the extra shift helps out, but Uncle Sam takes it.
Yeah.
But it's that one fond memory. I see people all the time on Instagram and stuff, and I see them like, man, I wish we could have done more time. I wish, because so many people are getting cancer, and, you know, we all need a lot of prayer, but it's the moments, because at the end of the day, don't matter how much you have in the bank account, you ain't going to take none of it with you.
Amen, bro.
You're not.
Remember.
Your health is your wealth. And if you don't have that, that's mental, physical, spiritual, sexual. No, I'm not. That's not like Al Bundy there. But no, all kidding aside, you only have that. We're not going to get any younger. We're talking about panic attacks and anxieties. How many people have actually thought about hurting themselves?
Oh,
I know I have.
me too, brother. Yeah.
And I'm a stand-up guy, and I believe in God with all my heart.
Yeah.
And I was people to say, "Oh, you're damning it, and you know what? You don't live my life. You can tell me that I'm gonna go to hell, but you know what? I'm gonna probably see you there."
Yeah. Hey, come on.
As my mom joking around always said, sometimes it might be easier going to hell. Un compadre to another compadre, hey man, how's it feel down to being in hell? It feels good because I only get to throw one leña in the fire every now and then. And in heaven, and then guy goes, well, over here in heaven, they're working me all the time. I got chores and all that. But there's not that many people in heaven, so they got to do a lot of work to keep it up. And in hell, everybody, there's enough people to put one leña in the fire. And it's the truth. It's the truth. But man, spend time with your family, your kids. Feel vulnerable. Tell them you love them. Just walk outside one day, just you by yourself. Say, God, I love you. If you love God or you love yourself, just be thankful, man.
Be vulnerable. I like what you just said.
Let people see your light shine. God made us all for one reason, of course, to follow Him. But He gives us all gifts. It might not seem like a big gift, but somebody's got something that I don't have, and their reflection comes out for me. The same thing here. People tell me all the time, "Oh, you got an aura or whatever." And I'm thankful that they see that, but it's just, God's blessed me, man. It's all Him. I can't take no credit.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I can't. And, we're all getting older, and a little bit more. Some of us are losing weight. I'm actually on the decline, and I tell people all the time, I say, hell, I've eaten some of the best food in the fucking world, so get you now.
Yeah.
But, it's the truth. What would you do? What would you do? Tell yourself.
Honestly, I would tell myself everything that I ever thought I wanted, everything that you think you want, everything that you're working hard for, you will get. And it's not going to be anything of any substance, of any that's worth the shit. Bro, I wanted all the superficial shit.
So did I. I owned it.
And I worked hard for it. And then once I obtained it, it wasn't shit, bro.
I want my peace.
Yeah.
I want to learn to live with the anxiety where it's not coming to eat me alive.
I would honestly tell myself, enjoy the moment, like you said, but also reevaluate shit, because everything that you think you want is not what you really want.
It's like climbing the ladder of success, man. You spend your whole life climbing the ladder of success, passing birthdays and anniversaries and family things, and people start dying and things start happening. And when you finally get to the top of the ladder of success, everything you look to the side, you're climbing up the whole wrong ladder the whole time.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be going up the ladder of life, because unfortunately there's not relationships, there's not people, there's not memories, because you're so busy killing yourself for a place that will place you. And I don't just blame the company that could fire you and replace you.
Yeah.
Because you do it the same way. When you find a better job, you replace them.
Right.
Yeah.
So it works both ways,
You're
but
right. You're right.
I'm not gonna be tied down to nothing, man. I it's like you said, brother. I tell these youngsters, and I mean, if I could tell them anything, take y'all's time. None of this stuff matters. As long as you got soap, toilet paper, running water, you got utility stuff that you can eat, and you can enjoy yourself. The smallest moments, that's the things you hang on to the most. It's not even about the money or the cars, man, or the fame. I was talking to my niece yesterday. We're talking about actors and stuff and movie stars, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't want to live that life. I go, how is it you can't even eat a fucking hamburger, and they're taking cameras with the pictures and all that stuff? Can you imagine somebody my size? Look at this guy. He's got a piece of tomato on his fucking shirt, or la chingada, or man, that's probably his third fucking hamburger.
Right. People
You gotta live that. People want to talk all that shit. I mean, it ain't my fault God made you little. Hey man, enjoy your little life. But it's the truth. I wouldn't want that. People look at that's the way of life, but it's not.
No,
You're doing this right here is affecting a lot of people. You coming over here with him and talking like you said the past few times. You're bringing direction. You're bringing guidance. You're bringing, like I said, vulnerability, man, where people can be themselves. Feel free to shout out. My number's out there. Yeah, like Mike Jones, just don't put it on no man's bathroom stalls. That'd be a fucking problem. But it's the truth. There's not enough for us guys and women. I mean, there can always be more.
You think that Well, Thomas, honestly, I didn't want to skip you. And
Oh,
I'm
no, you're
sorry.
good, brother.
What's something you would tell your younger self?
I'm proud of you.
Ooh,
Fuck yeah. Bro.
that's deep. I like that.
And you know I struggled with.
Yeah.
So I
You're right.
now that you know where I'm at today, you asked me a question that maybe a couple years ago when I don't know what I would say, but I'm proud of you.
But me too, saying what I said, I worked hard. I worked hard to get that that acceptance that this guy is
Yeah.
Legit.
you know. But when I got it, it wasn't worth the shit. Because I wasn't real with myself. I wasn't true to myself. It was a facade. And then I'd come home and be shitty to my wife. I'd come home and just
Same
be
here,
an
brother.
asshole.
Same here,
and then,
brother.
and then out in public, there I go, put on the fake mask.
Same here, bro. Come on.
Now I am my truth.
Palabra.
You know.
If I could tell the young JP, as a kid, I'd be like, "Hey, bro, I'm proud of you. I see the hard work you're putting in." You know what I mean? Because you don't realize how many people looked up to you.
You know
Like,
what? I wish I could have told you I love you, brother.
Yeah.
Because I never grew up with that from my dad.
Yeah.
He was just raised. Never heard it. My brothers and I said to him, our siblings say to each other,
Yeah.
just to hear I love you, like it's like to be proud, like I'm proud of you.
Proud of you.
You know how many men or little boys are wishing their dad could tell them they love them, or even the grandparents that had their parents have never told them that.
Right.
You know, you live in the dream. I mean, you're starting off here, and look, you're bringing people in. People are visiting. People are feeling comfortable. People are vulnerable. People can talk, and I'm proud of you, brother. It makes me happy to see you doing this, brother.
I feel, and that's genuine what you just said, and that's why when he first brought you in,
Thank you.
when you said, you know, I'm a little nervous. I just seeing JP's face. He has a way to bring the best out of us.
Holy shit, my shirt's coming off. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on?
I was nervous. I don't know what to talk about. I was like, man, well, I want
Nah,
to be
bro.
serious, but I want to bullshit like I always do. And you know, sometimes I just want to live up to
The
live up
best
to the
of you
hype.
always comes out when you don't
Yeah.
when
And
you
but
don't
know,
plan it, when you don't think about it, when you're just being your genuine
I'm
self.
freeballing it, man, and that's how it is. And the people are like, you're real funny. You try to do this and that. And I said, man, my uncle was like that, man. My dad's brother.
The shit
he was
that
funny.
always pissed me off as a funny person was, do you go home at night and think about stuff to say? And I'm like, you really think that? Okay, if someone says this, I'm gonna say, what can I say? Like,
I would have been like, yeah, I do. Just like you go home and think about pies and cobblers. And save me a piece, bitch.
I always thought that was just the dumbest shit, man. Like, do you go home at night and think about this stuff? And I'm
It's because
like,
people don't. Y'all are so quick-witted, both of y'all. You know,
Oh,
and I
dude, all
used
the
to be in a
time.
way, but some people that when they're not around that, they're like, how in the hell did they come up with that?
Oh, I started using movie quotes and everything. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude, where in the fuck you come? I said, man, maybe I'm demented. I don't fucking know. I told people I don't know who in the hell I fucked over in my past life. Shit. But you know, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, no, it's a blessing.
You
man.
want to make paths where you travel, man. Where people say, man, this guy was there,
Yes, sir.
and it was positive and it was great. You know what, man? I'm having a hard day. I need somebody to laugh. I need to laugh. Can I call him? Will he make me laugh? And you know, I get that a lot from family. Like, hey man, can you make me laugh? And I was like, well, I'm
Yeah,
not
go
good.
pee.
I'm not good about giving.
pee and look
I'm
down.
not good about sending naked pictures of myself. But
you want to laugh? Go pee and look down, fucker.
the zoom in on the camera don't work. Don't zoom in enough. But you know, it's the truth. It's about the giggles, man. Laughter is the cure for a lot of things. It's a cure, man. And you know, when you can make a kid laugh or an old person laugh or anybody, man, that's just having a bad day, maybe even thinking everybody has a movie or a quote that they remember that makes them laugh, and God throws them out there all the time to us, man. We just sometimes our day's just so negative we don't see it.
Well, one thing that I'm gonna take from tonight's conversation, bro, I never really thought about it until you said it, but you can't buy wisdom,
No, you can't.
and that's one thing I guess I can understand now. Is I truly enjoyed speaking to old men. I really did, man. Even like when we would tailgate in the
No,
Coliseum parking lot.
not when they're whispering in my ear, but holding their hands on my back.
Like
You're right.
The Coliseum parking lot before they kicked us
Yeah,
out.
before they knocked it out. Before they knocked it down.
So we always tailgated there, and there was always two old guys on each side of us. And dude, I'd spend hours with them. on that tailgate, just talking to them.
Let me drop the knowledge, man. You're sitting there with them. Imagine all the years, the minutes, seconds, and hours of all their experiences. And then at another tailgate, you see 10 or 12 more viejitos.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're just like, everybody has their own story.
But
everybody's
they're
story is
spitting
different.
knowledge to you. They're not
And
giving
you're
you
not,
bullshit.
and you're not
Like,
thinking nothing
yeah.
of it. You're not thinking of it. My dad's like, man, he said that too, man. You're gonna go to bed at 55 one day. You're gonna wake up being 70 the next. You know, watch out, take your time, and enjoy yourself. And you're right. 25 years ago, you wouldn't have paid the viejitos one bit of
hell
mind.
No.
You'd be like, whatever, whatever,
Yeah.
because you just didn't hit it off with them. It just didn't work.
Well, we just got the sign. We just got the signal. We got to go. We're hitting on the 2-hour mark.
Already?
Yeah.
Fuck, I think I talked 1 hour and 58 minutes of that shit.
So before we go, man,
was
I always
awesome,
like
man.
to do this, man. Before we go, you have a final thought?
God is good all the time. God is good all the time.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Thomas, final thought?
Love you, man. Thank you for having me on. Christian, proud of you, bro. I know I just met you, but
Brother.
proud of you, my brother.
Pleasure's
Love you,
on mine, brother.
Love you, man.
Hey, bro, I'm always around, bro.
Hey, oh, you'll see me around, man. As long as I have a little breath in my lungs. But no, as always, JP, thank you for
Amen, brother.
having me here. Be good to yourself. Be good to others, and get up and go.
I'm humbled that you thought of me, brother.
Yeah.
Out of all the people that you know, why the fuck me?
Perfect for it, bro. You're perfect for this shit.
Tonight's episode is Why the Fuck You?
Yeah. Why the fuck you? Yeah.
I'd rather fuck with you all goddamn right. Even no. Why the fuck me? We all have our stories. I mean,
Why
you know
not?
a lot of people. Cause
Oh, dude.
not?
Don't sell yourself
I'm
short.
just living what the
Don't sell yourself
just living
yourself
the
short.
hands God gave me, man. And
Keep
we
doing
all
it.
have it, brother.
Thank you for coming, brother.
It's
I love
always
you,
a good
man.
time. I love you, brother.
Guys, if I could please ask you for a favor. I never come on here and say this, but my sister is not in that good of health right now. If you've ever prayed for anyone,
Every day,
if you
brother.
could please pray for my sister. Please.
What's your sister's name, brother?
Ashley Lopez.
She will be in my prayers.
Yeah.
We can actually pray right now if you'd like to, brother.
But I'll leave it at that. We just ended the video, so sorry, guys. The end is not going to be on YouTube.
Well, I don't even think nothing about it.
No, man. But seriously, man, if I can ask you for a prayer for my sister, it would go miles and miles for me.
May
But
God-
guys, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
brother,
But
thank
man,
y'all.
this is fun.
It's about like nothing.
And until next time, guys, read some books.
Cloud City.
Hey yo, JP, tell me what's the deal? Is it real that you got the hottest podcast in the land of the trill? Then tell me what's the deal, because I really need to know it. The way you wanna show it, you rip the shit like a pro. You really should be a poet, like Edgar Allan Poe. You killing shit and they just know it. And thanks to San Juan, I got this drink, I might just pour it. Got me feeling like Don Juan, pimping shit while they hoeing. As far as culture goes, we goated, bitch, and they know it. And I don't like to bloat it, but I know that I'm goated. I know that JP is goated. And this is not a long song, cause the credits are rolling, but I'ma tell you one more time that we fucking goated for real. Best podcast for real. Man, what's the fucking deal, yeah? Like, tell me what's the deal, the best podcast in the West, man, the king of the trill